This is the Princess Squad coming at you live from La Cava in the Mexico Pavilion. This is Heidi,
Amanda Lamb,
Amanda Bond, Holly Fitch,
Kate Miro,
and Rachel Miller.
and when we're not drinking margaritas, we're going geeking on Walt Disney World with Curtis and the whole geeking family.
Hey, Disney World geeks! Thanks, the Princess Squad, for that intro. That was fantastic. Enjoying their margaritas at the Mexican Pavilion. Well, welcome to episode 479 of the Geekin' on Walt Disney World podcast. Our good friend Wendy Fox shares her mom and son 3-night stay at the Swan in Disney World this week on the show. And I've been having fun talking with friends like Wendy and Geoff, reviewing trips to Disney World for over 8 years. If you're new to the podcast, welcome. I started the podcast with my daughter, Lindsay, talking about our Disney World trips, and then we bring on you geeks to tell your Disney trip stories. Our listeners are so positive, caring, generous, and they are experienced Disney geeks. They're awesome. You'll get lots of ideas and tips for your next trip to Disney World from their real-world experiences and trip reports. We encourage a family atmosphere here on the show. Before too long, they were calling me the Podfather. And we'd love for you to join our Geekin' family. We've got an amazing private discussion group in Facebook. Search for Geekin' on WD Family, look for the group, and ask your questions. Share your trip pictures, and have fun with one of the best group of Disney World geeks out there on the internet. We're also independent Disney authorized travel guides with FTC Elite Travel. And we'd love to be your travel guides, help you book your room, tickets, dining reservations, and you'll notice many of our guests on the podcast, like Wendy, they book their trips or transfer the trip bookings that they make on their own to the Travelin' Tiaras. That's my wife, Margita. We call her Mama, and her good friend, Auntie Judy. And they are the Travelin' Tiaras. Email them at travelintiaras@gmail.com. And when you get a chance, just check our show notes on the podcast app that you listen to the show or the website, geekinonwdw.com. You'll see their email as well as mine. If you'd like to reach out to us and book a trip, transfer a trip, or be a guest on the podcast with me. Yeah, our good friend Wendy shares her 3-night stay at the Swan, fantastic Epcot resort, with her son, Geoff. First time Geoff's on the show. They go to Ohana. I really enjoyed Ohana, which made me feel great. First time for Geoff to be at Trader Sam's and riding the Guardians of the Galaxy. I asked Geoff a few of his favorites, like his favorite rides, I think his favorite restaurants. I asked him also. They do the Food and Wine Festival, Nomad Lounge, Yak and Yeti. They were surprised by a Disney Plus day in Hollywood Studios, and also a Geek Meet that was a surprise. Oh no, Wendy has her worst lunch on property. They talk about the mouse dining app that get them the Space 220 restaurant, which is a tough restaurant to get. Actually, Mom and Judy, I know they're booking some dining reservations this week, and they do have a hard time getting reservations, so that's an option to try. They finish up with their best experiences of the trip, a family tradition that they do every Disney World trip, and the Boma breakfast, which lots of geeks love, and another Geek Meet too. Well, I can relate to Wendy and Geoff's trip to Disney World. This trip reminds us that we can still have fun with our grown-up kids when we get to spend some time with them in Disney World. Well, this time the tables are reversed. I am going to be the host of this podcast and this trip report. Unlike my guest coming on, who has been the host for my trip reports and Judy and Ken's trip report. She's a really great friend, and she's bringing on a very special guest, her son. So please give a warm Geek and Family welcome to Wendy and Geoff Fox.
Hey, geeks.
Hey, Wendy. Hi, Geoff.
Hello.
Welcome to the Geekin' Podcast, Geoff.
Thank you.
All your crazy internet friends that your mother hangs out with.
I've met a few.
Did you? Oh, okay. Right. We're going to talk about that. You guys had a geek meet and you were there for that too?
Yeah, impromptu, yes.
How weird were they?
We're normal.
Normal weirdos. In a fun Disney way.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm not worried. Your mom's made lots of great friends in this community.
Absolutely.
So how did this trip come about, Wendy?
Okay, Geoff, do you want to say what happened? You want me to?
Sure.
Impromptu?
Yeah, so I was planning on coming and seeing my sister and brother-in-law and my nephews who have moved down to Florida. And it was just going to be a quick over the weekend thing. And then in mid-August, when I was at work, I got called into a meeting and they said my whole department is getting eliminated and it was my last day.
Oh,
and I said, okay, which was fine. And I've been there for a while and severance and all that good stuff. So I'm like, I'm funded through the end of the year. And so about 45 minutes after this happened and I was on the phone with Wendy, she says, oh, what if we extended our trip and went to Disney? I said, that's the last thing I can think about right now. And, I said, I'll let you know. But then, next day or then a couple of days, I was like, yeah, it could be fun. And so then we ended up planning what we wanted to do. And so we ended up just being 2 days in the parks.
How many nights?
The tail end.
Where'd you guys stay and how many nights did you do?
We were in the Swan for, was it 3 nights?
3 nights. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, our plan was to do Epcot and Hollywood Studios, and that was close to both of them. So,
what made you pick the Swan?
Just the location.
Well, number one, the location, and two, my husband has Marriott points, so we can stay there with points. So the location was perfect because Geoff's 2 goals of the trip is he wanted to go to Star Wars and see Galaxy's Edge again because he's a big Star Wars fan, and he wanted to ride Guardians of the Galaxy. So the Swan was actually a perfect location. And I looked at some of the DVC properties there, but we couldn't get in anyways because we only booked it 2 weeks before we went. So we really didn't have a lot of opportunity to plan it. So we stayed at the Swan. I think that was good though, Geoff. Do you like it there?
Yeah, I think that worked out. We could walk to both the parks we wanted to go to, and we ended up going to more than just those 2 parks. So I think it worked out.
Mm-hmm.
Have you stayed there in the Dolphin Swan, Geoff, before? I know your mom has.
Yes.
Okay.
Have I stayed in the Dolphin? I know I've stayed in the Swan before.
Yeah, we stayed in both of them.
Okay.
Yeah. I had this question on the Facebook group recently. Someone was saying how they were going to split stay. Their parents, they stay at the military. Shades of Green. And then they were trying to set up another room that was comparable to the Polynesia, but not quite as expensive. And my suggestion was actually the Dolphin and Swan. What do you think,
Mm-hmm.
Wendy? That's a good deluxe resort because of the location. And it's, I got a fondness for it because that's where I started going to Disney World because of the conferences.
Well, us too, Geoff. Do you remember when you were young, we used to stay there a lot because Dad would go to conferences and we would stay there and I would take you and Steph to the parks while Dad had his conferences. But the only negative about the Swan is they charge a $40 resort fee per day and they charge $45 to park per day.
Wow. Okay.
So,
yeah, it's almost a little bit of a bait and switch on the.
Well, so you have to just plan that in. We actually, when we're trying to figure out whether we should get a rental car or not, we actually didn't because of the parking fees. It actually was cheaper. Mm-hmm. We were in Sarasota at my daughter's and we actually got a car service to Uber over to the Swan on Tuesday afternoon. And then we just used Uber or Disney transportation when we were there. And one of the reasons is, that $45 a day is a lot to park. That would have been Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So...
Yeah, that's something, great tip there. If you're booking at the Swan and Dolphin, look, like they're saying with the fees. How long of a ride is it from Sarasota? That's a pretty long Uber ride, isn't it?
A little under 2 hours.
About 2 hours.
I met an Uber driver taking me to the airport in Tampa about a month ago, and she gave me her number. And so I just have it, and I texted her and I said, we need a ride at 12:30 on this day. Can you do it? And so she said, yes. So you end up paying more because it's more like a car service-ish. Mm-hmm. You pay more than an Uber, less than a car service. It's kind of like a little bit in between because, they have to drive you and then you have to pay for their time back really, or I do it. Think you do.
Sure. Yeah. I was curious on a longer ride that was possible. That's excellent way to do that. How are the buses in the service for the Swan?
The one thing about the buses, they were great. They were in the same spot they used to be. Animal Kingdom goes to Animal Kingdom. But there's the boats that take you to Epcot and Hollywood Studio or the Skyliner. But Magic Kingdom, you don't get all the way to Magic Kingdom. You only get dropped off at the Ticket and Transportation Center. So that was something that they told us right when we checked in on the front desk. But for us, it worked out great because Tuesday night we had a reservation at Ohana, and we just took the bus to the Ticket and Transportation Center and then walked right to the Poly right from there.
Mm-hmm. Are these Disney buses or are they run by the hotel?
I think the bus that we used, Geoff, to go to Ohana, was that Disney Cruise Line? It said on there.
So. They were just like the typical Disney bus, but
yeah,
right. Yeah, they just said different, whatever bus kind of came up. So first when I saw this Disney Cruise Line bus, I didn't know what it was. But
right, you're a little thrown off.
Exactly.
We're gonna end up at the cruise port, or are we gonna end up at Magic Kingdom?
We actually had pixie dust for all of our bus experiences. Every time we walked out, a bus just was right there.
All right.
Like every single time. It was really great. We really got lucky with that.
So you only got one bus stop, obviously.
Only one bus stop.
Yeah, so it's good to know they got good transportation because everyone knows they're not technically Disney owned. Right.
And the boats are right there, but honestly, Geoff and I thought it was easier just to walk to Epcot and Hollywood Studios. It was, just you didn't have to load and unload and wait and everything. We just walked when we went to those parks.
Yeah, I've done that too. Perfect.
So
let's get right into
okay
food. We're going to go right in the order of your notes here. A little different than we normally would do. So I see one of my favorites, Ohana.
Yes.
That was so good.
Oh, good. You guys have all been there before, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So, Kurt, I actually messaged you that night, and remember what I told you?
Oh, gosh.
It was the best Ohana meal I've ever had.
I know. I heard it somewhere. I couldn't remember where. I thought it was in your notes or something, or Facebook or something. Yeah. All right. That's a bold statement. Why would you say that?
We've probably been there. I've probably been there at least 6 or 8 times. And, the food's always been good, but we had an early reservation. Our reservation, what was it, Geoff, 4:10?
Yeah, it was something like that. It was early.
So it's early. So the restaurant wasn't crowded. It wasn't full. And they weren't like racing to get the food to people. And it's like they just kind of brought it like in a timely fashion. But when it came, it was like really hot and just off the grill. And the chicken that they had, I think that was the best thing on there. That what was it? Chimichurro chicken or something?
Chimichurro chicken, yeah.
Yes.
That was like delicious. I guess before I must have had it either colder or a little overcooked or whatever, but that was like so delicious and everything was really good. And our waitress was fabulous. And we talked to her. We told her that we came particularly because we love the bread pudding. And when we were getting ready to leave, she brought out 2 large takeout containers. You couldn't have stuffed in another little morsel of bread pudding in these containers. And so, of course, and the caramel sauce, she packed that up separately. So we had 2 of those and brought them back to the room. When were you eating those, Geoff?
They were my breakfast the following morning.
Oh, good breakfast. That's a breakfast of champions.
Exactly.
It was excellent.
No, I remember that. So you hadn't been there since COVID and it was closed, that kind of thing, Wendy?
No, we were there in March.
All right.
We took our March trip. We were there. And it was good, Geoff, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
Like I said, it wasn't ever like it was not good, but this was just so good.
I went for G3 and I was impressed. Same thing. That's the chicken thighs with that chimichurri sauce. And even, last time I wasn't really a big fan of the chicken wings and I really liked them this time. So I agree. The food, they changed the menu. Did they still have the shrimp?
Yes.
Casserole?
Oh yeah.
It wasn't really a casserole. It was, it had peel and eat, the seasoning on them.
Oh, okay. Like they used to do the skewers before.
Yes.
Okay. How about the steak?
That was good.
Did you get any of the steak?
I had one piece and I thought it was okay, but I'm a bad person to judge steaks. I'm not really a steak eater. Geoff, what did you think? Did you like it?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I don't think it was the best thing of all the stuff there, but it was good.
I've noticed that too. Sometimes they'll overdo the steak, and then you'll say, "Hey, can I get a medium bowl of this?"
They were kind of different sizes of pieces, and so the bigger pieces would be more medium, and so it just kind of depended.
So did you guys get stuffed at Ohana?
Oh yeah.
So
roll
yes.
out of there.
So we were sitting at dinner, and Geoff came up with a great Ohana T-shirt idea. Do you remember it, Geoff?
I think so.
Okay.
It was just a picture of the bread pudding and just saying, "I can't believe I ate the whole thing." That's how I felt.
Home with me.
Yeah, after I ate the entire bread pudding, that's how I felt.
What is it about bread pudding? Now, I can remember somewhere in my childhood, I'm sure bread pudding was there. My mom was such a great baker, but it's such a thing down at Disney World, isn't it?
Oh, it's my favorite Disney dessert. There, and you'll see it comes up again at Boma.
I know, Boma's the same thing. There's a lot of places that do the bread pudding, but I don't know if anyone does it any better than Ohana, right?
Oh, that was really great. So we kind of got there early. We kind of walked around Poly a little bit. We put our name in at Trader Sam's, and we were hoping to get there first and then to go to Ohana's because they open at 3, but that didn't happen. I put my name in, and then right before we went into Ohana to eat, I went downstairs and I put Geoff's name in. So we're sitting at dinner. As soon as we sat down, my name got called. So obviously we're not going to do that. We just sat down. But towards the end of the meal, Geoff's name got called, and you got 15 minutes to go. So I'm like, okay, we're like finishing up. We were just getting the check. So
interesting.
We did go down. It was Geoff's first time at Trader Sam's.
All right, Geoff. What's your impression of Trader Sam's?
Yeah, I had not heard of it before.
Okay.
It's certainly an experience.
Did they do anything fun at Trader Sam's while you were there?
Yeah, a bunch of people ordered drinks, and they did a lot of the little shows and things that they do when you order the specialty drinks. And I just got a non-alcoholic beverage, so I didn't get a personal show, but there was a lot going on. Schweitzer Falls, yeah.
Yeah, but I got the just so that Geoff can see the show that came with it.
Yeah, isn't the for 2?
It's supposed to be. I didn't even drink half of it. Here's what happened.
Okay.
They come by and you're supposed to take the cinnamon and put it in there so that the flames burst. So I kept putting more cinnamon in so the flames burst. And then I went to drink it. All I can taste was cinnamon. So I was only able to have like a few sips. I'm like, I can't drink this. And I couldn't complain because it's not their fault.
Right.
I was the one that put the cinnamon in. So you know what I
put a bunch in too. So.
Right. So it just had so much cinnamon, I couldn't drink it. But we were really there just to kind of see everything. And we stayed for a while. It wasn't crowded, though. That was a really weird thing. When I've been there before, like every seat's been taken.
Right.
And I guess when we came this time, the people who were there at 3 were like leaving, and it's like the next group of people. So this is the first time I saw there was like no one at the bar for a little bit. And the seats across from us, there was no one sitting in there until the end. And, it was at a time where everyone was turning over. Mm-hmm. So it was kind of a little different experience. I think you really need that to be full to see everything. But I think you got the gist of it, right, Geoff?
Oh, yeah.
I like your timing. Like even for Ohana, we do that all the time. We'll go to the little bar outside of Ohana, get there early.
Right.
I think that's a good plan. Trader Sam's. Yeah. It would have been better if you got there first thing, but whatever. It worked out good.
We literally just arrived, so we got there as soon as we could. Yeah. I really think getting Ohana at like 4:10, that earlier time, I wonder if that's why the food was so good. Like they just weren't crowded and they were able to really.
It's going through my mind, but I really like that. I like beating the crowds no matter where I go, but especially I think Ohana. Right. Geoff, your mom is notorious for getting in trouble at Disney World. Did she behave herself? She didn't, get thrown out of Trader Sam's or not? She didn't do anything, right?
No, must have been low key.
I kind of did an Animal Kingdom.
What did you do in Animal Kingdom?
I think I kind of embarrassed Geoff at Animal Kingdom.
What did you do?
Should we save that for when we get there, or do you need the story now?
Okay, we'll wait till we get there.
Okay. Maybe there was one little slip up, Kurt.
We know you can't rent from Hertz Rent-A-Car.
Yes.
Geoff's laughing.
Yes.
Does he know that story?
Yes, I'm aware.
Yes.
All right.
So, we had a good start. We had a nice meal and, we were all ready to go so that we're going to get up early in the morning. We didn't stay out late. I went to the Grand Floridian and Contemporary. I just want to do a little shopping, but Geoff wanted to go and unpack and everything. So we had kind of an early night on Tuesday. And so we can get up first thing in the morning and be at Epcot when it opened. And they had early entry for resort guests that was at 8. So we also had to be up because one of Geoff's 2 main goals was to ride Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right.
So, I'm always nervous about getting the boarding group, Kurt. Ever since the very first time it rides, I didn't get it.
Okay.
So we got everything all set up. I got the clock all ready and I, was ready right at 7 a.m. and we got boarding group 13.
Yeah, that's really good.
Right. But there was a little story about that. Remember what happened to us, Geoff?
Yes. So they said that the estimated callback time was, like 10 something?
10:15.
Yeah, and so we went and did other things. We did an early ratatouille, walked right on, because we came in by Paris. So we did it, and then we were just checking to see what they were calling, and we found they were calling like 30 boarding group, and we were almost at the end of our 1 hour window, but neither of us got the push notification that we were supposed to come back, and it was like 9:10 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
I'm thinking 13 is really, I'm surprised they told you 10:15 is an estimated time. Doesn't make sense, does it? Now you think about it.
Right. And I'm wondering if it's because it was early entry at 8. Like maybe they weren't really set up for that. But
maybe they reset the.
Right.
They were thinking 9. I think that's it.
We were like walking to Swan and I'm like, let me just see what number they're on. And I'm like, they're on our number.
We got to go. Yeah. I don't know. I think they might be pretty. They understand that, I think, on the boarding groups. I heard the Lightning Lane's the one that you got to really, if you purchase it, a single Lightning Lane. I think that's why I heard you really want to make the time.
Well, we have a little issue on that the next day, but we were good this day. We made it, right?
But a walk on to Ratatouille, at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
So was there really no wait? Like just
no wait.
Wow. And you were coming in from that side of the park. So you beat everybody.
Well, the 8 o'clock, was for resort guests.
Yeah, that's why,
and in fact,
too.
I'm trying to think, was the posted time, I think the posted time might have been 8:30 and we got there.
It was 8:30, but we got there maybe a little after 8 and you could go right in. Yeah. Everything was open.
Yeah, really good strategy there, especially coming in from the Swan. That's one of the reasons why I love those resorts, too.
Exactly. We did Guardians. What do you think, Geoff? Was it worth doing?
Yeah, I thought it was really, really fun. I mean, I love all the Marvel stuff. I used to read the comics and, I've seen all the movies and everything. So just the whole queue and the pre-show and everything was really cool. And then the ride was a lot of fun too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You like the thrill rides, Geoff?
Yeah, the Disney thrill rides, I guess.
Yeah, I know what you mean. They're not quite as intense as some of that stuff going on at the other park.
Right.
What's your favorite ride at Disney World?
It's hard to say. I usually have to break it down by park.
All right. But you break it down by park. Anyway, I'll take it anyway. You'll give it to me.
I mean, Guardians might be my favorite ride right now. Maybe just because it's newer.
That's fair. A lot of people are going that way too. Yeah,
I mean the safari ride at Animal Kingdom is. I mean, it's unlike anything else ever. Yeah.
I hear that.
So that's
kind
of funny. My favorite.
Even with the Flight of Passage, a lot of people say that's their favorite ride of all. What do you like the Flight of Passage?
Yeah, I like the Flight of Passage for sure. The safari ride is just so interesting. Getting to see all the animals, right in person.
Hollywood
what about
Studios.
Magic Kingdom?
Yeah,
Magic Kingdom. Go ahead.
What
about the other ones?
Hollywood Studios.
Hosts.
It has to be Rise of the Resistance.
Yeah.
Smuggler's Run was a lot of fun. If you have a group of people who fill all the roles, I think Smuggler's Run might be better. But just as like a one-off go on it, Rise of the Resistance is really good.
That's a good point. Like when we go with our friends all together and do the Millennium Falcon, it definitely makes it a better experience.
Yeah.
All right. What about Magic Kingdom?
Not sure. I mean, probably Splash Mountain. I've been on that so many times. It's just such an iconic ride.
Yes, I agree. I always say that's my favorite. It just has a little bit of everything.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Fantastic. I'm glad Marvel fan. That's really fun that they built that for the Marvel fans, especially.
Yeah,
We got Disco Inferno, right?
Disco Inferno is our song. Yep.
I'm singing all the songs. He's like, "What? What is that?" No, I said, "We got Disco Inferno." He goes, "No, we got Burn Baby Burn." I'm like,
Yeah.
that is Disco Inferno.
I couldn't hear the words. I don't know. I was trying to follow the story.
Did you know that song, Geoff?
Yes.
You did? Okay. I don't know where you would hear those songs unless you're mom's age and my age.
I just didn't know the name of it.
My kids knew all the older songs from Guitar Hero in those video games.
Yeah.
That's how they learned a lot of the songs. Well, I play a lot of music, but never Disco Inferno. I don't think I would be playing at my house. Your dad and I have about the same kind of interest in music.
Yeah.
Classic rock.
For sure.
But yeah, that's fun. All right. You got some rides in. What'd you think of Club Cool? That's kind of new, right?
I thought it was around for a while and kind of got refurbished or rebranded or something.
Yes. Redone.
Right. It got removed. It moved, right. Exactly.
And they have a watermelon drink that's really good.
I agree. I think the fruity drinks, it seems like there's more fruit flavored instead of ones that are bitter and stuff.
Yeah, I would just go for the watermelon.
Like the Beverly. I keep hearing
You're one of those,
Veronica talk about it, and I'm like, I'm going to try that. And it was really hot out, and it was kind of refreshing.
Okay.
And I'm drinking. I'm like, I can't tell if I like it or if I don't like it. But that's what I had.
It's a strange flavor, right?
It was, but it was refreshing.
It's hard to understand. Maybe like a ginger ale, if closest.
A little bit more bitter than that, but not in a bad way. So we
Geoff,
did.
When I read this, a little pre-reading, 2 Mission Space rides. Can you explain that? Is that both on the orange?
I did one. I did the green and I did the orange.
Gotcha. All right. That makes sense.
So I couldn't remember which one I had done before and liked. And it turns out it was the orange one. So I did the green and I thought that was not that intense. It must have been the orange one. So I went back and did that one.
And they're different stories too. Right?
Yep. Yeah. The green one is just a jaunt around Earth, and then the orange one is a mission to Mars.
Right. So you don't get motion sickness, I'm guessing.
Not on those rides. I do on the plane, but not on the simulator.
You know, it was funny. My youngest son. Well, no, I know. Even my daughter Lindsay says they all get car sick.
Yes.
Yeah, Geoff does too.
Yeah, I get car sick, but not any of the rides.
I cannot. I swear, we talk about this all the time. I don't know. I can't tell them. It doesn't make any sense, does it? With the motion sickness, why some things impact us and others don't. I don't know. I don't get it. But anyways, were you there for Flower and Garden? No.
Food and wine. Yes, food and wine.
I see beef in Canada. That's the filet mignon, right?
I actually have, you can see I have the food and wine book. Maybe you can't see it. I have the food and wine book right here. We actually both had Le Cellier wild mushroom beef filet mignon with truffle butter sauce.
Oh, that's the fancy name of it. Yes.
Yes. So I had it last year at Food and Wine and I loved it. I had it when we were there in March, and it was a different preparation and I wouldn't even eat it. It was not very good.
I remember that.
But they're back to their the good way. Food and wine is the good filet, I guess.
I don't know. Isn't it weird? We laugh about this with the lobster roll over at Columbia Harbor House.
Yeah.
Why do they change things? It's crazy.
Yes.
Don't ever, if you get, I guess the moral of the story, if you're disappointed by something, don't give up.
Yeah. So we got that early. You liked it too, Geoff, right?
It was very good.
Was that your favorite thing, you think, at the festival? I mean, we didn't try a ton of stuff, but...
I mean, I don't think we really got that much more. They got the cheesy bread, the Brazilian bread.
Right.
That was also very good. I mean, it's different kind of food, so it's hard to compare.
Well, later that afternoon, you had the fish and chips, which is one of your favorites, right?
Yes.
Why is that a favorite? I hear that a lot.
It's just very good.
As far as fish and chips go, right?
Yes. They don't serve it on the newspaper anymore, though.
Okay. It's pretty good size, right?
It's very good size.
What, they give you one big fish?
Yep.
And is the batter's really good?
Yeah.
All right. It's very popular. Long line there? How are the lines?
It was fine. I mean, I mobile ordered and walked over there and then just walked right over and picked it up. So
Okay. I wouldn't have guessed mobile order for that little shop there, but I guess they're really adding that everywhere. Yeah,
Yes.
the Brazilian cheese bread, even at the festival there, is very popular. We all like that.
Yeah, we had that the next day, but yes, we liked that. We both had, we were looking for a little snack.
Wendy, champagne in France. You're still behaving
Shocked,
yourself, right?
Yes, so yes. So you skipped over. I had the beignet with cheese. It's beignet au trois fromage, warm beignet filled with a 3 cheese blend. I did not care for that.
That was in France?
That was in France. It was one of the booths from Food and Wine.
Okay.
I'll tell you what it's like, and if you like this, then this is your thing. It basically tasted like a donut.
Okay.
And it had that real donut-y taste with like an afterthought of cheese on top.
I think
that's
I would
exactly
like
what
that.
it tasted like.
I like donuts and I like cheese.
I was tasting. I'm like, I just didn't. My personal opinion is I didn't think it went together. So I had some of it, but I definitely didn't finish it.
Okay.
I didn't care for that. But the beef was a big hit, but not the beignet.
All right.
Unless you're a big donut fan.
1 for 2.
Yes, exactly.
How's the champagne in France?
Well, I have to stop there. It's kind
that's
of a
right.
thing.
I remember we were there. We had our name in for Spice Road Table, and we ran over to get champagne in France. Remember?
Yes, and you remember that night that we were there? I told Geoff all about it when we were with Samantha and Deirdre, and it was at Epcot late at night, and we were like had come from Wine Bar George, and we were drinking, and we stopped at the restrooms by Ratatouille. So I told Geoff the whole story that we really had to go see the restrooms because Samantha wanted to see it. We went in and used it later on. You were asking her, what'd you think of the restrooms? She goes, I don't remember. So we had to go back and use them again.
That was a fun night. I like late nights. Late nights in Epcot World Showcase.
Yes, we did get there we did that the next night. So we went on Ratatouille a second time because the crowds were very low. Don't you think, Geoff?
Yeah, it was very low. I mean, besides the Ratatouille maybe having a 20 or 30 minute wait and test track closed for the rain, but everything else was like 15 minutes or 5 minutes, or it was surprising.
So we're recording this September 13th, and you guys went last week.
Right, it was after Labor Day.
Yeah,
yes, we went the Wednesday and Thursday after Labor Day.
A lot of people want to know what's some good times to go.
I would say that's an excellent
crowds.
time to go, for sure.
You don't usually get lower crowds. Did you notice the line waits for some of the bigger attractions in all the parks that you went to?
We looked a little bit because after we left, we only stayed at Epcot until after lunch, and then we hopped to Animal Kingdom. So there wasn't really rides there either, but it also started raining. So that was our first poncho day.
Yep.
So I don't know if as we were walking in, there's a lot of people that were walking out and leaving, and the rides were like, we just walked right on to do the safari first. Then we just walked right on. I mean, and it's so funny because I usually get the lightning lane or usually going, and I haven't gone in the regular lane in such a long time. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this now, going through that.
Well, the safari is going to be one of the longest lines, in Animal Kingdom.
It was a walk-on.
But for raining and the time you went, was it afternoon?
Right, because we can't hop till 2 o'clock.
Yeah,
so
sure. Good point.
it was probably sometime between 2 and 3, I would think. Right, Geoff? You think?
But still.
Yes.
Yeah, a little combination of the weather.
Right.
And the time of year you were there. Perfect.
Right.
What does it mean with the Yeti being down?
One of the things Geoff wanted to go is he wanted to go on the Yeti ride, and we walked in. It was like
Expedition Everest is the name of the ride.
Sorry, Expedition Everest was down. Sorry, the ride was
lightning,
down.
It goes down because a large portion of it's outside and is very high up. So
right,
light rain it doesn't close, but with lightning it does. And it was closed for refurbishing when we were there in March. So I was disappointed then, and it reopened in April. So I was hoping to get on at this time, and then it was raining, and so they had closed it. But then they it opened back up before we left, and I was able to walk on in the single riders line. There was no single riders line. I just walked right in there, and they just said, "You're in this row," and I said, "Great." So
after the safari, we went to Nomad Lounge, and we had a little snack. Geoff, you had the churros, right?
Yes.
Chocolate sauce?
Did you use the chocolate sauce?
There's something like vanilla sauce or something
okay.
that I used. It was good.
And so I had a glass of wine, and you had some. What did you get? Some like
Yama Mama. It was like a watermelon and Sprite kind of thing.
Okay. And then we were there, and we're just finishing up your churros, and Geoff's looking at his phone. He said, "Oh, the Yeti's back up." I go, "Well, go." He goes, "Well, I don't want to leave you here." I said, No, I'll stay and pay the bill. I'm not going on it anyways. Go." So he got to go on and do that. That was like a little bonus. And then after he did that, we did Flight of Passage and Navi. And like I said, there's just not a lot of people there, and it was still raining out. We really didn't have to wait for anything.
So this was like a real rain, not like a passing thunderstorm.
It rained more the next day, but it definitely was raining.
More light. Yeah.
It was light.
But still, Flight of Passage, the walk on, there was no, what was the,
It
was
was,
there wait time?
What was it? Maybe like
30 minutes?
I don't know. I don't think it was that long. Maybe 15 minutes.
Wow.
Or maybe 20 minutes. It was,
Yeah.
I mean, you compared to its normal, 60 plus minutes, it was,
Yeah, for sure.
what you consider no line.
Right.
It only takes 15 minutes to walk the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, that was pretty much it. It's like once you got in line, you just kind of went through the whole queue, and you stopped for a little bit, but you moved pretty well through it.
Fantastic. And even the Nomad Lounge wasn't crowded either, right?
We were able to sit right down.
Yeah.
Just
sat
for
down.
outside. And yeah, I was going to say, just in case the cavalcades were going by, but they weren't. I think it was just too rain. It was raining and they didn't go by. And then we went to Yak and Yeti, which is one of Geoff's favorites. So we went to Yak and Yeti, and our waitress said, "Do you want to buy a Landry's card? If you buy it for $25, I can try to put it in so you can use your $25 later."
She wasn't supposed to do that, so we should keep that in the DL.
Well, it didn't work anyways, but
Okay.
so I said, sure. So I bought this $25 card, which didn't work then, but now I have a $30 credit next time I go back.
Yeah, a lot of people talk about that being a good, you get a nice, there's another perk besides that, right?
You
get like
can just walk in.
Preferential
seating. Yes. If you don't have a reservation, you can just go sit down.
Did they tell you what the other restaurants on property were for the Landry's card?
The one that's at Disney Springs that you like, that Tyrannosaurus one, right? Isn't
Yes,
that Landry's?
I think so.
But we got a whole sheet of all the different ones, and we had to sign up and the whole thing. And I just handed Geoff my phone. I'm like, okay, just sign me up. Do whatever you need to do. So our dinner was good, though. We shared the pot stickers, and I got the miso salmon, and Geoff got something on. They always have a seasonal menu there. His was, I looked it up, Geoff. It was Kalbi beef skewers.
Sure.
So.
That sounds right.
And what do you usually get there?
The honey chicken.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That sounds good.
So that's your favorite, but you had to decide whether you get your usual favorite, the honey chicken, or try the beef skewers.
Yeah, I tried the seasonal one. It was good. I don't know. The chicken might be better, but it was good.
So your mom says this is one of your favorite on property. Can you name off like 5 of your favorite restaurants at Disney World?
Let's see, Yak and Yeti, Ohana, Boma, and then I really liked. We went to Space 220.
Okay, we're going to talk about that. Okay.
Yeah, the beer garden restaurant is good.
Oh, isn't that your dad's favorite too?
I think it's his favorite.
Yes.
I also like Chef Mickey's a lot.
Oh, I know you guys. That's a tradition for you guys. Yeah.
It is.
All right. Those are, boy, Wendy, you hit a couple of my favorites, Boma and Ohana. I guess I'm not too weird after all. Well, I am weird, but.
So Animal Kingdom closed at 7, and it was like a little bit after 7. And we were getting ready to leave, and we were trying to decide, should we go and park hop or should we go back to the hotel? And we were trying to make that decision, but we're both like, well, we've been in the parks over 12 hours. It was still rainy. We're considering going to Hollywood Studios, but we did decide to head back to the hotel. But I mean, we were there from 8 in the morning till like 8 at night. We had a good 12 hours in the park. So
yeah,
there's no shame in that.
26,000 steps.
That's true.
Well, Geoff, I got to tell you, one night on G3, never forget. Remember, Wendy?
I do.
When we were on the Epcot cruise, fireworks cruise, and Wendy says to everyone that's on the boat, "Let's go do the fireworks over at Hollywood Studios."
Because they were at 10 o'clock.
Remember, I had gotten up like at 5 o'clock, I think, that day. Like, oh, I can do that.
Yeah.
I think. That was fun, though.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
She goes hard, but 12 hours is nothing to be ashamed of. That's a good day.
No, we had a little bit longer day the next day, I think.
Yeah, next day was 13 hours. It was less steps, though, because we spent some time in the lounge.
Right.
So Hollywood Studios Day on Thursday.
Yes. So it was Disney Plus Day, which I just randomly picked Hollywood Studios as the day to go to. I had no idea it was Disney Plus Day. Good Morning America was there. They were handing out ears and buttons and special cavalcades, and there was PhotoPass magic shots. I mean, it was busier than the other parks were for sure. And that's where we ran into Nick and Carlin. Well, I saw them walking by, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're here for Disney Plus Day," which I didn't even know it was Disney Plus Day. But in fact, we got ears. One of the women from our group, Jennifer, who lives in Connecticut, not far from you, she wanted a pair. Geoff, you still have the ears, right?
I do still have the ears.
Okay, you'll have to give them to me so I can send them to her.
Yeah, that was a great picture. You ran into Carlin.
And Nick.
And Nick, man, I saw that picture. I love the pictures of the Geek Meets. Yeah, I was looking at those ears going, okay, well, I had no idea Disney Plus Day was at Hollywood Studios either. I wonder why. What was the big occasion?
Well, the thing I couldn't understand is it said it was the anniversary of when Disney Plus came out. Disney Plus did not come out in September. I think it started in October.
Okay.
Because I kind of remember getting I got one of those, you buy all 3 years and you get like a better deal.
Right.
And I did that. And I think it was October. I don't think it was September, but whatever it is, they're celebrating Disney Plus Day.
I think my cell phone carrier gave us free Disney Plus.
Right. Yeah. I think Verizon did that for a while. Yeah.
All right. Good Morning America. Did you see anybody out there in public from the Good Morning America?
We didn't really go over. There's like a little table off to the side, and we just blew past them. We wanted to go on the rides, and
we had our agenda.
We did.
We did not take advantage of Disney Plus Day. We got our ears, and we went to.
No time for celebrities except for Carlin and Nick.
Correct. Exactly.
Yes. Kind of celebrities anyway. But the PhotoPass magic shots, you had extra ones?
Oh, yeah. In fact, we got a whole bunch of them. One of the things was just for Disney Visa card holders. It was in that launch bay area. And you went in and there was like a screen, just like a wall behind you with a picture on it. And the photographer had you make all these poses. And then later on, they added all these characters. Like there were stormtroopers. What was some of the other ones, Geoff?
There was K2SO from Rogue One looking down at us.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I think there were like 4 different magic shots then. And then I got a magic shot with Groot. You would like that, Kurt. I should send that one to you.
Yeah, I like Groot. They used to have
Groot.
The live Groot, little Groot inside there. So there weren't any characters. This was just using the backdrops then. Well, those are fun though. I remember them doing it at Disney Springs.
There were cavalcades that had special characters in it. I actually went live for one of the cavalcades that was in Hollywood Studios that day. So because the Pinocchio movie was opening up, Pinocchio and Geppetto were there.
Mm-hmm.
There was, I would say, maybe a dozen characters that came down. The cavalcades are short, like less than 10 minutes.
Yeah. We picked a good Hollywood Studios day.
We did. And the rides weren't as crowded either. I mean, they weren't bad.
So you didn't do any Genie Plus, obviously, at all then.
We didn't need to do Genie Plus.
Yeah, we went right to the I guess the Toy Story land. I don't know if it has a name.
Yep.
I had never done Slinky Dog, so we did Toy Story Mania, which is Wendy's favorite, and then we did the Slinky Dog ride, which it was good.
Yeah.
You did Star Tours also?
Oh yeah, there was no line for that at all. Mm-hmm. We went on there. There were maybe the first 2 rows had people in them, and then there was like maybe 3 other people in our row. I mean, there was just. There was
not even half filled.
Yeah, not even. There's no one there.
And then Geoff hadn't done Mickey and Minnie, so we wanted to do that. But when we first got there, it was down. That's why we ended up going back to Toy Story Land. And then Jeff's like, it's back up. So then we ran around and went to Mickey Minnie's, and we did Rise, and we did Tower Terror.
How long was the wait for Rise?
I don't remember, Geoff. Do you remember?
Less than an hour?
It was about 40. It was less than an hour. It was about maybe 45 minutes. At one point, the wait for Smuggler's Run was only 15 minutes.
Yeah. Wow.
Like a good part of the day. I mean, I don't know what was.
That doesn't surprise me too much, but Rise of the Resistance, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it was great. We got to do that. We did another Toy Story Mania. So I had not done Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Train. I didn't think it was that exciting.
Oh no!
But you saw it.
Yeah,
Tried
I
it.
saw it.
And then when we were in Galaxy's Edge, we're walking, and all of a sudden I noticed there was Vi. You know who she is with the purple in her hair?
Okay, yeah.
So I go, Geoff, why don't you get a picture with her? So she pulled over and she let Geoff get a picture. So
Are you a
that was
Star
nice.
Wars fan, Geoff?
Oh yes,
Yeah, big time.
big time.
yes. I have my own lightsaber and droid. If that gives you any.
You guys did the.
The Halcyon, yeah, we did right.
You guys did the Halcyon, right, Geoff?
Did the Halcyon? Yeah, that was amazing.
Well, I interviewed your mom for that when you guys did that earlier
Yes.
this year.
Yeah, right after it opened.
She said you guys had a fantastic time on that, right?
Oh yeah.
How's that compared to anything you've ever done before?
I mean, it was like nothing. We didn't really know what to expect. I mean, we were one of the first. It opened in March, and so we were one of the first people there. There was not a lot of information about it because I think they were kind of doing that intentionally, and we didn't realize how much of like a whole story arc that there would be.
How
over
interactive it was.
Yeah, over the 2 days and everything. It was. I would definitely do it again, even having done it before.
You pushed it to the limit with all of the building of the story, right?
Yes, we did a lot.
The games. Fantastic.
Yes.
Well, the thing is, Geoff and Andrew are so good because they know all the intricacies and all the backstory. So they just know all that detail stuff. And so when you would see some of the other people who were there dressed up as characters, you'd be like, that's so-and-so and so-and-so, which, I mean, I think I know a really good amount of Star Wars, but who was that people that we saw, that woman who had the change of clothes? She was like some spy.
Her partner, he was the master code breaker, and I think she was a first order spy.
So I wouldn't have known that that's the master code breaker just
Okay.
by, but Geoff did.
I don't know if Glenn Kessler was telling me, and his brother Geoff, that you don't necessarily have to be an expert in Star Wars to really enjoy the experience, right, Geoff?
Yeah, no, you don't have to. There's just a lot of things that were extra kind of Easter egg sort of things that we really appreciated.
Okay. Oh, that's good. That makes it fun. Fantastic. So I hope Galaxy's Edge wasn't a letdown after that experience.
No, it was still good. They actually had one of those extra magic pictures there, but the line was extremely
crazy.
long. So we didn't end up waiting in it.
Oh, the one thing.
Just looking at it, it looks like longer than Rise of the Resistance. But
Right. It was crazy. I think people came for this Disney Plus day, so they came for these things. So this is where you found people in the lines for a lot of the magic shots rather than in the ride lines.
It's interesting that we didn't know about this, Wendy.
I know.
We usually know everything that's someone will post it in our Facebook group.
Well, it was just dumb luck that I happened to have booked Hollywood Studios that day.
Well,
So
I'm glad you're lucky. All right, back to the food. We're going over to one of my favorite, actually new favorites. ABC. You have AMC, but it's ABC.
ABC Commissary. So they changed their menu.
Yeah.
So Geoff and I are all ready to go change the menu. Geoff usually
we
likes
were ready
the
to go
burger.
there, but they removed one of the ones I liked there was the burger, and they now only have an Impossible Burger. And I was like, okay, I'll get the short ribs or something, and that was also no longer on the menu. So
okay, yeah, they do change that one up, I think, quite a bit.
But I was surprised.
There wasn't really anything for Geoff to get, and I'm like, okay, well, we'll try Backlot Express. I haven't been there since the kids, since kids were younger. So we mobile ordered. I think I put in my notes, it was the worst lunch I ever had on Disney property.
Hit
Geoff,
a clunker.
You got a burger. What was on it?
It was a burger that had like pulled pork and my burger was great. So
they make a good burger. But I decided...
That's kind of what they're known for, Wendy, I think, actually, is the burgers.
I try to get a salad at lunch when I'm in Disney. That's usually my plan, is to get something healthier for lunch and then have like a, not awful dinner. And I tried to get this teriyaki chicken. So there was sauce on the vegetables, and I kept trying to order it without the sauce, and you couldn't. So I placed our mobile order, and I went up to the counter. I said, could I have no sauce on the vegetables? I couldn't put that in my order. And after like 3 different cast members were like, no, we can't do that.
Oh, wow.
And then I'm like, all right. So I got it. And Geoff was looking at it. He goes, Mom, it's probably one of those frozen dinners. They just come in like, and they just take the top off, put it in the microwave. So it's made that way.
Oh, my gosh.
But it tasted like a frozen microwave dinner.
Mm.
So I had just a little bit of the chicken, and I couldn't eat it. It was not good.
They didn't have a salad?
I should have gotten the salad. I thought the chicken was going to be a better option, but clearly it wasn't. But anyone who goes to Backlot Express, do not get the chicken teriyaki unless you're expecting a microwaved lunch. So that's one of the reasons why later at Epcot we had to go and get Brazilian cheese bread, because I needed a little snack after that.
Need to recover.
I did. What
time did you leave Hollywood Studios?
Well, we wanted to get to probably around 1:40 maybe. We wanted to get to Epcot for 2 o'clock. We were going to try to get a virtual queue for Guardians, because they have a 1 o'clock virtual queue, and it wasn't very crowded. We're like, we'll try at 2 o'clock to get a virtual queue. And if not, we'll pay for Lightning Lane. So we get in the Skyliner. We go from Hollywood Studios to Caribbean Beach, and then we heard the announcement, there's lightning in the area, and we're no longer, the Skyliner has stopped, and we're going to send a bus for you to bring you to Epcot.
How'd that happen?
So I looked at Geoff and I go, do you want to Uber over? Because I wanted to go in the back too, because we knew what we wanted to do. I just ordered an Uber. There was one like 2 minutes away. I just walked right to the Jamaica building at Caribbean Beach, picked it up there, and had them drop us off at Beach Club.
Well, that's not very far.
No, it wasn't. It was like $7 or like $2 tip. It was definitely worth not waiting a half hour for the bus.
And that was just for the bus to arrive there. There wasn't even the ride to get there. So
and everybody that was on the Skyliner is going to be getting on buses.
Yes.
Right. So I think that was a good idea. So we walked, we got through. I go, Geoff, I said, okay, try to get a Lightning Lane, which he did.
Virtual queue.
Virtual queue, sorry. He got a virtual queue. So even at 2 o'clock, we were still able to get a virtual queue for Guardians.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. It was not very crowded. So we were excited.
That's definitely not normal. They usually are gone after, not long, like 10, 15 minutes after 1, right?
I don't know.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah. All I know is we were lucky and we got that and we were pretty excited, and we went to get our Brazilian cheese bread for a little snack, and then we went to the DVC lounge, which was good to head up there because then it started pouring.
That's a good place to get out of the weather, right?
Exactly. We stayed up there for a while, charged our phones, had a little, what Coke do you like? The cherry vanilla?
Yeah, I do 1 part cherry, 1 part cherry vanilla for just a little vanilla.
Because they have those soda machines where you can pick all your different kinds.
Yeah, freestyle.
The freestyle, right. And it used to be during COVID, when they opened back up again, they would just hand you your drink. But now you can go to the machines and custom make whatever you'd like.
Pour your own. Okay, good.
Right. So we stayed up there for a little bit. And then we met my sister and my niece came over. We met them at the front. We did a little pin trading, and then we rode Spaceship Earth. All the rides were like walk-ons. So
where does your sister live?
She lives in Venice, Florida. So she's about 2 hours away.
Okay. You had plans to meet with her?
Yes, we had plans. We had all been together for my grandchildren's birthday the weekend before, on Labor Day weekend. And I said, Geoff and I are going to go to Disney Wednesday and Thursday. She's like, I'm going to be at Disney on Thursday. So then we planned to meet up. And I said I wanted to go to Space 220. Did she want to go? I was able to get us a reservation. Have you ever used the Mouse Dining app? It's a paid service. I think it's like $9.99 a month. Stephanie Watson uses it all the time, and she's the one that told me about it.
Yeah.
So that's because we only booked 2 weeks in advance. That's what I used to try to get all these reservations. And I was able to get a Space 221.
Did you book that one 2 weeks before going on it, the Space 220?
I booked it 2 days before we went on it.
Oh, wow.
Because I just had alerts set up for Geoff and I. And then when my sister said she wanted to go, then I changed it like 2 days before for 4 people. And I was able to get that.
Wow, that's a tough one to get.
It was. Every time I would say, an alert came up, and I would go to, get it. And all of a sudden, you get the little part of your phone that comes up. Sorry for the pause with the 2 little pictures of a dog. I mean, you weren't fast enough. You didn't get it. So,
okay.
But we did get it. And I really liked that dinner. Did you like it, Geoff?
Yeah, dinner was really good.
What'd you guys get there?
I started with the calamari, which is really good. And
I know. I was going to say, that's like the best calamari I've ever had.
yeah, it was really good. The sauces were really good. That's also what my aunt and my cousin got as well. All got the calamari.
I had the ahi tuna because I had that before and it was really delicious.
Is it a prefix meal?
Yes.
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 Appetizer and then
You pick
entree?
one appetizer, one entree, one dessert. Yes.
Yeah.
And then I thought you were going to get the filet, but you surprised me. What did you get?
Got was it the ribs?
Yes.
You
Yes.
wanted the short ribs over at
I
ABC
wanted them
commentary.
in the commissary.
Yeah,
I didn't
so I'm
get
following
it, so-
along.
Okay.
I was torn between the two. The ribs were very good. It came with like a mashed potato something, and it was very cheesy. So which was too cheesy.
It was cheesy
for me.
grits because I tasted
Cheesy
those.
grits, yes. Which were too cheesy to me. But if you're someone who likes very cheesy
I do.
grits, then
Yeah.
then you
Me
would
too. I
enjoy
was
it.
tasting some off of his plate.
I only like my grits with cheese.
And my sister and my niece got the filet, and they both enjoyed their dinner. They got the calamari and the filet.
Yeah, I would get that next time.
I had the snapper.
The short ribs are always really tender.
Yeah, they were very good.
The snapper. Last time I was there, I got the salmon. I usually get fish when I go out because
Yeah.
I just eat a lot more fish and chicken. And the salmon was really good there. I got the snapper. That was good, but I think the salmon was a better choice when I had that before. I mean, it wasn't like it was bad. I just liked the salmon better than the snapper. I had the chocolate cheesecake for dessert, which is probably not surprising.
You like chocolate?
I love chocolate. And Geoff, what did you get?
I got the lemon sorbet.
Yeah. How was that?
It was good. It was very lemony.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So the dinner was good. It was we got one of those best booths right by the window.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you could see outside the whole space theme. And our waiter kept telling us, oh, there's going to be a lightsaber battle soon, which it was a little underwhelming, but it was there.
It was two astronauts floating by with little lightsabers. So it was.
When you say you're going to see outside, you're in space, right?
You were in space, and there's this big giant screen of a picture window that shows outer space with the astronauts there and little spaceships going by
Yeah.
while you're eating. And the food was excellent. Our waiter was okay. It was very, very busy there.
It was very busy and everything was slow. But so, I mean, that wasn't their fault. That was.
right. It's the time, it is hard to get help anywhere. Dinner was over 2.5 hours. So,
Wow.
which was a problem for us because we had a Guardians time to come back for.
And the Guardians' time to come back, the estimate kept getting sooner and sooner. Our original callback was like, 7:45, p.m. or something. And we ended up, we sat down for dinner and we got the alert right then when we sat down. That was like, come and do your Guardians. That was at 6 something.
So when we went to check in for Space 220, I checked in early. I said, is it possible that we can sit down early because we have a Guardians time? And they said, if you miss your time, just go by afterwards and just say that you were at Space 220 and you were longer, and they'll let you in. It's you're supposed to come back at your exact time, but if you tell them that, that's fine. We finished up dinner. I think the park closed at 9. What time did we get in the ride? Maybe like 8:40.
Yeah, I mean, we were heading over there like 8:30. I mean, we weren't sure we were going to make it. We had we had our receipt and everything, and they asked for nothing. They were just like, yeah, just go right on.
Oh, yeah. Were you like an hour late then?
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
But the ride wasn't even full. I mean, you just walked into the pre-shows and
No
there was not
line
that
out
many
front?
people there. No line
Yeah.
out front. You
No
just walked
line,
into
yeah.
the pre-shows.
Nice.
When we got on the ride, there was a lot of like empty cars in there. And the other thing is Geoff wanted to get something at the souvenir shop to bring home. And we're like, oh no, I hope the shop doesn't close at 9. But the park does, and it's like 8:40. We're on the ride. It's like 8:45. It's like 8:50. Jeff's like,
Yeah.
you're making me nervous.
He kept
But-
telling me what the time was. We thought it would close at 9. So we were in the line, and we were waiting to just be, put onto the ride. We're just waiting, and it's just like, oh, now it's this time. And like, we're in line. The ride's 3 minutes and 20 seconds. We'll
get
see what
there.
happens.
And then that time we got Everybody Wants to Rule the World, which is the absolute best Guardian song, hands down. It was awesome. I mean, it was like the end of the night, and it was like late at night, and it was great. I think the third time I've ridden it is definitely my favorite, for sure.
I was thinking that, I've only rode it once, Wendy, I get nauseous, but I think I won't be as disoriented the more I ride it. So I'll enjoy it better. I think that's a great song too.
Yeah, Geoff was trying to follow the story. I'm like, I'm just singing along.
You were very excited.
Oblivious.
I loved having that one. Yes.
All right.
And then we were able to get Geoff's souvenir, even though it was after 9:00.
Yeah, it was a few minutes after 9, and we still went in.
Did you have something in mind you wanted to get there?
Yes, I wanted the replica of Loki's staff that has the Mind Stone in it.
Oh, okay.
I recently moved, and I need some stuff to put up on the walls and stuff. We have this media room downstairs, so I have some other Avengers stuff up. So I'm gonna mount that on the wall.
What time do you think they closed the store after all the anxiety you experienced? I doubt it closed right at 9.
Well, it didn't, because I think there were people in there.
I think if they can get everyone out, they'll close it at 9. But
I think that's what they're waiting for. Yeah.
They kept asking does anyone want a mobile order with our app? And I was like, I need to ship this home. And they're like, okay. You could tell.
They're doing all they can to get.
Right, exactly. To hurry.
I was like, I would if I could. I needed to get it shipped. I couldn't.
Is then by the time we got out of there, the fireworks had started, and we kind of watched a little bit, and then we kind of walked towards the resort, and then would stop along the way, watch for a couple minutes, and then walk some more. And so we kind of saw a good amount of it as we were leaving the park.
Another great advantage of being at the Epcot resorts.
Exactly.
Walking out of there, I love that. That's one of my favorite things to do when I'm in Disney World.
Yes.
Walk to my resort from the park.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So great.
Yeah. And then we were leaving the next day. We only had the 2 full days in the park. So I made a late Boma breakfast reservation for 10:45, so that was going to be kind of our lunch. So we were flying out that day. We went over there, and that's when Geoff and I had to share our best thing. And that's when we had our Geek meet. So we were at breakfast, and I'm like, okay, how we share our best thing. This is it. Do you remember what you picked?
What the best?
Our family tradition.
Your tradition. We actually use this question on most of our trip reports, which is you ask everyone in your family member, what was the best thing of the trip? So, Geoff, what was the best thing of the trip?
It was our bad dash to Guardians after Space 220 and trying to beat the closing of the park and getting in there and being able to kind of get right on. And we got the song that, a song that we didn't get before, and was able to make it into the gift shop just before they closed and get that sent home. And so that whole experience.
Awesome. Hanging out with your mom must be pretty cool.
Yeah, we hadn't done something just the two of us.
No, trip. Our first mother-son trip. No, not just the two of us, because John would be with us usually, or our whole family.
Nice.
My best thing was that we ended up going park opening to park close, and Geoff was not only willing to do that, he seemed to be having fun doing that too. I like that we were able to do that, because when we started this trip, we went to my daughter's and we were there for the weekend, and Geoff was staying with my daughter, and my 2 grandsons are very high energy, and Geoff was staying with them. And as he was leaving, he goes, "This is going to be the relaxing part of my trip, Disney with Mom." So we were laughing about that on the car ride to Disney, that this was the relaxing part, and we're going 12 and 13-hour days.
And it was.
And it was.
Geoff, so your mom's notorious for going full stink then, I take. She goes hard, right?
Yes. So yes. Not everyone can keep up with her, especially in our family. People want to go back and
relax. Yeah.
Relax before dinner or something. And I was just like, no, I can keep going. The only reason I didn't park hop again that first day was because after sitting down at dinner, walking all day, and I stood up and I said, my feet are killing me. So I needed to go back to the hotel.
I'm sure John was thanking you for taking Wendy to the parks.
Yes.
Usually what happens is John and Stephanie want to go back to take a rest, and Jeffrey and Stephanie's husband, Kevin, and I want to stay in the parks. So usually John and Stephanie will take, maybe the younger one back, and Liam actually loves all the rides. So usually it's in the afternoon, we kind of break up a little bit and then get back together for dinner.
Well, tell me more about the Boma breakfast. Any good highlights there?
That's the return of the bread pudding. It was the French toast bread pudding with a vanilla sauce.
Ooh,
very good.
It was really great.
That sounds something that would make you guys happy.
Yes.
That was primarily what I ate. Got some protein as well. I guess just some of the sausage and bacon, just standard breakfast buffet stuff. They had Mickey and or Simba waffles, which were just, kind of just from the waffle iron, pretty standard. They had omelets that were pre-made that you could just go and take one.
Okay. Right, like three different. There was like a cheese and like a mushroom spinach and something else in there.
Omelets. Yeah, that's my thing.
And they're like smaller too, like maybe made with like one egg, but it was
try
perfect.
A little bit. Yeah,
exactly.
Maybe experiment a little bit with a few different ones. Yeah, they got a big variety for breakfast.
They did. Yes. They actually had everything set up fairly similar to their dinner buffet, like where you first walk in and you see the pap. Yeah. They have the pap, but it's with fruit instead. So they have a lot of their standard items. They had the tomatoes that were there. They had some kind of asparagus right when you first got in. And then the bobatai or bobati. I don't know exactly how you say that.
I know what you mean.
For breakfast, though, they had a turkey one, and it had like the egg topping. So I tried that. That was very good. They had someone slicing up a ham. Did you get any of that, Geoff?
I don't think I did. I think I just got some of the... So I went back for more pancakes. The pancakes were very good.
Yep.
Wow.
The pancakes were good. I had a blueberry pancake that was good, and I had one of the little omelets and some of the fruit. And it was actually good because we had an afternoon flight, and I didn't get dinner until 7 o'clock. And let me tell you, what I ate at home at 10:45 lasted me until 7 o'clock.
That's bonus.
So at the end of what we were eating for breakfast, we both went and got bread pudding, and then with the vanilla sauce. And that's when Bubba and Lauren and Amanda came over, and they were at Animal Kingdom Lodge, and they were sitting outside. They were waiting for me. So I gave Geoff my credit card. It's like, you pay. I'm going to go get some bread pudding, and I'm going to bring it upstairs. And Geoff goes, how are you going to get out of the restaurant? And I'm like, well, I'm just going to put it in the dish and walk out. You think anyone's going to say anything?
I was more of asking, well, how are you going to disguise the fact it's a buffet? You can't bring anything out. How are you going to disguise it? And your answer was you were just going to walk out. And I said, okay.
So I just
Geoff, I warned you about your mother. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised.
So I put 2 huge pieces of banana bread pudding and some of the sauce on a plate, and I just walked right upstairs out the door, and I met up with Bubba and Lauren and Amanda, and we were sitting. Do you know they have that, like, I guess, library kind of room? It's upstairs from the restaurant, and you can overlook the savannah. It's like kind of like a round. It has a top to it. And you can look out. Maybe it's called the Overlook. There's like a name to the room. They only have a few chairs in there.
Well, I'll go with that.
So we sat there, and I brought the bread pudding up to them, and we sat and chatted, and Geoff came back up. Maybe we were there with them like half hour until we had to get our flight? Maybe a little bit more.
I don't remember. I mean, you were there longer than me, because I was paying at the restaurant.
Right. So that was a nice way to end. They came over, and I appreciated that they made the trip over. And
how did you coordinate that, Geek Meet?
I just knew that they were there, and I just messaged them, and we're trying to figure out where we're going to be. And I'm like, I'm going to be at Boma. Like, do you guys want to join us for breakfast? But they had already had a reservation at Olivia's. So they went to Olivia's at 9 for breakfast, and then they just Ubered over and just hung out with us for a while.
So shout out to Amanda Lamb, right? It was Amanda Lamb, Lauren Hawkins, and Bubba Mack.
Yep, exactly. And Amanda was getting ready to go on her cruise.
Oh, cool.
Her family was coming. Was it the next day or the day after? She just came a little bit early, and then her family was coming. They were all going on a cruise after that. So that
was the wish. And I'll be talking to Lisa Green, I think, about that same cruise.
Oh, right. Because she's just came back, right?
Yeah.
Is she on there still?
No, I think they're done. I was thinking I got a messenger. Yeah, I got to put that together.
Okay.
Got to find out how she made out on the wish. Fantastic.
Yeah. So for just a couple-day trip, we fit in a lot, didn't we, Geoff?
Yeah. I mean, we were 3 parks over 2 days. We missed Magic Kingdom, but that's all right. We've done that one a lot in the past, and a lot of the newer things have covered the other parks that we wanted to see.
All right. You got 3 parks in instead of 2 like you originally thought, right?
Yeah. Got the extra Animal Kingdom one in, so that was good.
Yeah, right. Nice.
Yeah. And we met your 2 goals. You went back to Galaxy's Edge, and you went on Guardians.
That's right.
So that was good.
Fantastic, guys.
Yeah.
Well, nice quick trip report.
Yes.
Anything else we want to cover on this?
I don't think so. I think I tried to write my notes up when I was on the plane while it was still fresh in my mind.
Yes.
This is great. I like this little quick trip, and it's always fun. Going just 2 people. You could kind of do and jump around all you want, right? Do what you want.
Yes, absolutely.
Fantastic, guys. Well, so what's in the plans coming up next?
Disney-wise?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We have any other meets going on?
I don't know. I know that I'm definitely doing the cruise with you all in February.
All right.
But I will at some point have a house that will be ready, hopefully sometime in December. So things in the fall are going to, I can't really make too many plans in the fall until I get a date on that.
Yeah, congratulations. Hopefully that will
maybe
finish up. It's been a long time.
I would like to finish up in 2022. I'm hoping it doesn't get moved to 2023.
I know. It's been such a long
It has been.
Time.
So, I mean, I might pop down there. I know Deirdre's in Disney the beginning of December. So if my house doesn't close, I'd love to try to pop down when she's there that first week.
Yeah.
For a day or two.
Well, Geoff, I'm so glad you came on for the first time.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And Wendy, I'm sure we'll be talking. Stay in touch,
I hope
all right?
so. Absolutely.
Say thank you.
Are you done?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you to say, okay, we're done.
We're done.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Yeah, Wendy's such a great friend, such a great contributor to the podcast. So thank you for reaching out, Wendy, to be a guest and share your trip with Geoff. Great to talk to Geoff for the first time. We also had a roundtable this week. I had 8 geeks come on. You know, I was starting to get the backlog of trip reports out to you guys. So I'm starting to feel like, wow, I don't have any recordings scheduled coming up. And I did an email out to the group. I have a mailing list that I use. I also emailed my Patreon supporters, and I got 5 geeks to respond to that. So I do have some trip reports that I'll be scheduling. And I know I've got a lot of geeks going between now and the end of the year. But if you ever want to be a guest on the show, don't be shy. Reach out to me. Email me at kurt.stone@geekinondwdw.com. Now I'll give some shout outs. Looking at the private Facebook group, it's a fantastic place. Again, to hang out with us friends, all the latest goings on at Disney World. Our good friend, Chris Futrell, he's got a new blog called mousethoughts.com. Recent post was on his top 5 lands at Walt Disney World, and he's getting great reviews for his new blog. So check that out, mousethoughts.com. Support Chris. Congratulations to Mardana Soto. Her husband bought her a nice gift at Kohl's, favorite shop of ours. I know Mom likes Kohl's. Nightmare Before Christmas, super soft fleece throw. Fantastic. You know, it's getting cold. It was in the 30s here in Connecticut this morning when I went out for a nice long walk, but wow, it's getting chilly. The leaves are already turning. That's fantastic. Mardana, who's also on our fantasy football league, one of them, the new one, the second group that I have. I'm excited. It's Sunday here. I'm going to be watching my football and my teams. Lastly, I'm going to shout out to Marissa Mars. This question has come up a couple times. She's thinking about hopping over to Epcot on a Universal trip on her departure day, and she was wondering if Bell Services will hold her luggage, even if you're not staying at the resort. And, you know, Glenn Kessler and I did this on our last day, our departure day. We were at the Riviera, and we wanted to spend the day at Disney Springs. So we Ubered over to Saratoga Springs. Easy to get to Bell Services. They're right there at the front where you check in. No problem. Checked our bags. Spent a nice day over at Disney Springs. And then we both walked back over, picked up our bags, and Ubered to our flights over at the Orlando MCO. So Marissa, yes, and everyone else, we've never seen a problem where Bell Services, even though if you're not staying there, they will hold your bags. So great question. Are you wondering when the next Grand Geeking Gathering, the G3, is? It's about a year from now, September 28th through October 1st, 2023. Got lots of geeks talking about it already. We've got a private Facebook group just for the event. Reach out to me if you'd like to get in there. Helps us keep an idea of the count. There's over 70 people. I think it's 77 last I checked, are in that private Facebook group. So make your plans for the Grand Geeking Gathering. It's a lot of fun, especially if you want to go solo, meet some of us. We'd love to see you there. Thanks to the Princess Squad, Heidi, Amanda Lamb, Amanda Bond, Holly Fitch, Kate Merrow, and Rachel Miller. They were down in Disney World. I know for Rachel's engagement party or Jack and Jill. They were having fun, having a few margaritas. I appreciate Heidi reminding me of that intro that Amanda Bond had sent to me. I don't know if I totally blanked out. I'm sorry, guys. That was a fantastic one, too. Love you guys. Thank you so much for sending in the intros. If you'd like to do one, I'd love it for you to send me. They're easy to do with your phone. They're fun. Just tell us your name, where you're from, a fun or two Disney World fact about yourself, and you go geeking on Walt Disney World with Curtis and the whole Geekin' family. Email them to me at kurt.stone@geekinonww.com. Thanks for all my Patreon supporters. That's where you can go to pledge a monthly donation to the show. It's a website, helps coordinate all of that. And I'm so grateful for all of you that support me on Patreon. I did a release this past week. I'm trying to think. There's 3 live recordings, 2 attractions. One is Jungle Cruise, Laugh Floor. Oh, and also the Peter Noon concert. I think the second one that I attended. And I got surprised by Brenda Drinkwine Futrell. She goes, "Do you remember me?" Where she sat down. And I think you'll hear a little bit of her on that recording if you're paying attention. That was a fun surprise geek meet. Well, I love watching the concerts in the American Pavilion. I love seeing you guys in the parks, and getting down to the last live recordings for my June trip. I got, I think, a couple more weeks that I'll be able to provide those out to you guys. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do for recordings for Patreon, but I do appreciate you all who support us, including the travel agency. Again, reach out to Mom and Judy, travelandtiaras@gmail.com. Get your trip plan started with them. They love talking to you guys, and we're so committed to helping you enjoy your Disney World vacation. Reach out to us if you'd like to do a trip report, book a trip, review plans for trips, got questions on your Disney World or Universal or cruising. We'd love to hear from you. And thanks for going geeking on Walt Disney World with us. We really appreciate you listening and geeking with us every single day. We love you, geeks. Have a magical day, and I hope all your dreams come true.